Hi, I'm Susan with Midlife Prime Yoga, and welcome to day 2 of your flexibility challenge. Today we're going to continue on with our upper body and shoulders, but we'll look more into stretching the upper back. So let's begin by just coming into your foundation, into your good posture, which is always very important, and finding your feet into the earth. So ground them deep into the earth, make them your foundation, lay your toes down flat if possible, pushing your heels into the earth, sending the energy all the way up into your calves, through your thighs, into your abs. Taking a deep breath, bring your shoulders up to the ears, roll them back and wide, and let your neck be long. Now just know and be aware of what this feels like to sit nice and tall, because this is how we want to try to practice our movements. Let's just warm up the shoulders and the back a little bit before we actually get into your flexibility exercises. It's always good to be warmed up. All right, so bringing those arms up, coming up tall, breathing as you bring those arms up, and just stretch. Oh, just stretch long. And exhale, come down. Breathing in, coming up. And exhale. On your next in breath, follow your fingers with your head. Coming up, looking up with your eyes, and exhale, looking down. Now this time when we come up, we're going to go out to the side. It's going to give you a little bit of a different stretch in those shoulders. And exhale. Breathing in. And exhale. One more time. Now this time, clasp those fingers together and exhale, coming down. Breathing in, come up, bring your elbow towards the side and your other elbow pushing up towards the sky. This is going to be very helpful for us later on. Pushing that hip down into the chair, keeping the feet nice and firmly planted. And come back up to center. And exhale to the other side. Pushing that elbow up, pushing that hip down. Turning your head if you wish, or not. And breathing in, come back to center, and exhale, come down. Very good. Roll out. Remember, rolling out, shaking your hands, giving your body a little bit of a turn. All right, let's get started. So our first will be the eagle hug, and we'll have a couple of little extra moves to go with that. So taking one hand, bring it up underneath your armpit, and then take the other hand and wrap it around your shoulders. Now this might be kind of tight, might be kind of difficult at first, but just come wherever your hands will land. And then as much as you can, see how tight of a hug you can give yourself. And once you get into there, take a note of your body, and making sure that your feet are firmly planted on the earth. And you're breathing. The sits bones are sitting very strongly into the chair. Now, imagine that you're able to lift those elbows. And if that is not possible at this time, then just stay right where you're at. But for those who can, feel free. If you need to loosen your grip on your shoulders, feel free to do that. And breathing in and exhale, come down. Breathing in, bring those elbows up and exhale down. Breathe in and exhale. Coming back into a hug and taking 2 deep breaths. All right, we're going to let go. So when you let go slowly, carefully. Just allow your hands to fall along your arms. Bring them down and roll them out. Make a big roll. Big roll. Move from side to side. All right, ready to do the other side? All right, bringing your arm underneath your armpit and your other one on top. And hug. And if you get mixed up, that's okay. And you can switch sides anytime. And just see how that feels. And switch back. And hug. Holding this for 2 breaths. Now lifting the elbows and loosening your grip on your shoulders if you need to. Bring those elbows up and exhale down. Breathing in. Breathing in. One more time. And then coming back into a hug. Making sure that your sits bones are firmly planted, feet are down there tight, and head is pushing up to the sky. All right, carefully and gently let go. Roll the shoulders out. Move them around. Twist your body a little bit. Come to side, whatever works best for you. All right. Next, we'll do our prayer hands. And we've done a little bit of this. So let's just bring our hands to our heart. Press those hands deeply into each other. Letting those shoulders settle. I don't have my buddies with me today. So we'll do a little bit more with our shoulders in our shoulder blades. So pushing up. Now we want to push up, and then if it's possible, bring those elbows together. Oh. And then exhale back. And the key is to move slowly. It's actually easier to move quickly. We want to move slowly. So pressing up. So we're pushing your hands together and then pushing those elbows in. And maybe your elbows will only come here, and that's just fine. And then bring them in if that's available. And exhale, come down. Breathing in, come up, elbows together. If you have more flexibility already, want more practice, bring those elbows up a little bit higher. You're going to have to push your hips down into the chair and plant your feet to make this happen. And exhale, come down, straighten out your elbows, out to the side, and press. Very good. All right, this is a lot of work, so loosen up slowly, roll those shoulders out, move around a little bit. We do spend a lot of time rolling out because we don't want to overdo those muscles. We want them to gradually become strong. In that way, you're not going to tear anything, you're not going to hurt yourself, and you will have a greater chance of being successful. All right, good job. Now let's bring the second part is we're going to bring our elbow up. So bringing those arms up, and we'll take this hand and bring it back towards the back of your neck and take hold of your elbow on the side. So push that elbow up, send that hip down, and now with this hand, give this elbow a little tug that way, but I also want you to push that elbow out. So the elbow that's pointing up at the ceiling is going to get pulled on, and you're going to push it, okay? All right, here we go. Send it up, pull, and push. Whoa. You might find yourself a little bit of shaky. That's okay. Just practice holding, and then release, relax, bring your arm down, and roll out. All right, those are some pretty intense work. Let's do the other side. Come up, bring this hand to the back of your neck, take hold of your elbow with your other hand, pushing this elbow up, sending that hip down. Now pull this elbow gently to the side. At the same time, push this elbow out that direction. You might hear some cracking and crinkling and popping. I've got that going on right now. All right. Keeping those hips down, feet down, head pointed towards the sky. Breathing deeply, 2 deep breaths. It's hard to smile, but if you smile, it's going to help your immune system. All right, release, bring those arms down. There you go, good, and work it out. Very intense work, but totally worth it. Since doing these videos and working a lot, I'm a little bit sore in my biceps, so that tells me I've been working. All right, so now let's bring our hands back into heart, into prayer mode. And this will be like a little bit of a hand dance, so it won't be so bad, but you want to still work. All right, so pressing in. Now we're going to roll those hands down and turn them around and press together with the backs of your hands. And then we'll roll around again and come back up so your elbows are going to drop and come back into prayer. So it's kind of a nice little releaser. Keeping up with your breath in between. Roll it around. And one more time. Roll down, switch your hands around to their backs. And roll it back up. Bring your elbows down and out. Very good. Excellent. All right, shake it out. Move it around a little bit. All right, so now these exercises are pretty common, but let's straighten your arm out and take your other hand and just take your hand and give a gentle tug. And so we're going to help stretch this front part of your arm. And breathe. You can always count by breaths. So say starting with 2 breaths. And now we're going to flip up and come this direction, and we'll be stretching underneath the arm. And bring that thumb up too. Straighten the arm if you can. If not, it's okay, it'll come. And release, shake it out. And we'll move over to the other side. All right, bring that arm up. Straighten your arm. Press down. Get that thumb in there. 2 breaths. And then bring that hand up. Stretch underneath. You could also do some resistance with this. So we're pushing our hand in this direction. At the same time, push that hand away. So you want to push and pull. And that way we'll reduce any passivity. And release. Shake it out. Good job. Move those arms because you might have been feeling that up in your shoulders. All right. A couple of more items to help with these shoulders and back. Now we're going to come into a square with our arms. So bring your arms up. And with this hand, we're going to take your hand and press down on your elbow. And if you need to have some support, you can bring this one up. So bringing those arms from shoulder to elbow. And then now we're going to push up with our elbow and we're going to push down with our hand. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Pushing up and pushing down. And breathe. Again, keep those sits bones firmly planted in the chair, feet firmly planted into the floor, the mat, or the books, whatever it is that you're using. Keeping your head long, up pointed towards the sky, and breathe. Lots of work. And release, come down very carefully. Roll it out. And let's do the other side. Coming up. All right. Press this elbow up and we'll press down with our hand. Here we go. Breathing two. Always start with one breath, then go to 2 breaths, or 3, and release. Come down. Good job. Roll those shoulders out. Good. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Feeling if your neck is feeling a little tight, move it around. Always take care of yourself. All right. All right. One more resistance exercise to do, and then we'll be done. And you can take these and practice them a couple times a day if that works for you, or just take one section and practice it, and you'll gradually get it. It'll be awesome. You'll be strong. It's magical, remember? All right, bringing out this arm, and we can start about here. And so we'll take this hand and press it down. And you can bend your elbow a little bit if you wish, if you need to. So here again, we're going to push up and we're going to push down. All right, ready? Here we go. Pushing up and pushing down. And I'm going to allow my arm to come up. So just go as much as you can. Press until you feel such an intense resistance. Very good. If your shoulders are bad, this may not be a good exercise for you. And then release, come down. Roll it out. All right, let's try that again. And always know, this can be where your resistance is at this point. This will give you great work. And we'll just stop right here right now. Beautiful. And then inhale for those who wish to go on up. And then we're going to exhale. We're going to come down. And stretch that arm out. Take hold of your wrist and stretch it out. Inhale, come back. Press and release and come on down. Very good. All right, let's do the other side. Bring out the arm. Press down, push up. As much as you can. It doesn't take a whole lot. Just doing what you can is working. And come down. Inhale, come back up. Beautiful. All right, come all the way up if you can. Take hold of your wrist and exhale, stretch out. Come up to the corner, keeping that hip down onto the chair. And inhale, come on back. And resist all the way down. Very good, awesome. All right, shake it out, roll out those shoulders, move your body. Move around. Now this very last one is very comforting and it's very nice. And so all we're going to do is lean forward. You can sit back in your chair a little bit if you wish. We're just going to lean forward. We're just going to let that arm drag. Just let it hang down and just let it move at the way that it wants to move. Allow gravity to do the work for you. It is actually a very relaxing move for your arm and your shoulder blades. So just let this arm hang and make it and let it be in circles. And breathe about 5 or 6 times. And then reverse the circle. And this will help relax all that work that we just did. We always want to make sure that we have recovery. It's like Shavasana for your shoulders. All right, when you're ready, bring that arm up and let the other one hang. And begin the circles. Just let it go. However it's wanting to go. If it has an oblong circle, then let it have an oblong circle. But just let those shoulders relax. Let gravity pull them down. And breathe. And give yourself 5 or 6 breaths on each direction. And when you're ready, remembering this is your practice, come on up, bring your feet back together, bring your hands to your heart. And you did an awesome job. You made it through your day 2 of your flexibility challenge. Keep adding and do what you can. Yoga is magic. Work the magic and it will work for you. Namaste.